guys, and welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. So what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about health. How serious do you take your health? How often do you have a health routine? Do you from time to time check what's up with your body? Do you notice something strange and then you take it seriously and then take action? Or are you part of the clique that you're feeling some kind of way, but then you just throw it off and say na small thing, you go, or you be like, God go help me, sha, nothing will happen to me. Hold up, my friend, it is time for you to take your health serious. Just in case nobody told you, people are dying by the slightest thing. And it's not like they didn't get a sign. They did. Then they decided to, they didn't take caution and they were not fast enough. Before I go ahead in what I want to tell you this morning, I just wanted to show you this. So for a long time I've not done this. This was literally my life back in England. Different fruits and stuff. But bloating is back, and for some reasons I don't understand. And I kind of missed my infused water era. So I started again. I started last night again. But I did orange and lemon. Today is just orange, citrus, natural citrus. I have issues with citrus drinks. I don't know. But Capri Sun, shout out to we Capri Sun fans. We are never tired. Especially orange though. I don't like apple. That's the only citrus drink that I know that I really enjoy. I still get that the backside, the zest side of it, but like, I don't know, Capri Sun orange really needs, I don't know, they should just keep producing it, we big babies still enjoy it. So here today I just have my orange. Tomorrow I'm going to start again because I usually take this to work. I used to do this when I was going to work. The first 3 months I was going, I know my skin was really good because I did different things. Some days I do carrots and cucumber. Some days I just do cucumber. Some days I just do carrots. Some days it could be anything, but it's just infused water. I'm going to also put it in. I wrote a blog about it. I'm going to put the blog story on the description box. So I hope you listen, Abby, you read that, and start this. So what infused water helps you do is that it increases your intake of water. A lot of people suffer from dehydration. Sometimes you suffer from dehydration and you don't even know it. Yes, so when you infuse, the idea of infusion is that you're putting your preferred fruit inside, right? So when you do that and you taste it, you have that your taste was like, this is nice. Even if it's not nice, like the orange and lemon is like a sweet and sour thing. So when you take it, you're like, this is sweet, but then it's kind of sour at the same time. Then we keep going. So that's the thing, you keep taking the water and then you keep refilling, because taking normal water now kind of feels bored to you at that point. So you keep topping up and then you just keep enjoying your water basically. Another reason why you should do infusion is that it helps with detoxification. So some people will not prefer to blend kale, blend the cucumber, carrots, I think pineapple and lemon to detoxify. This is another way to do that for people who also do not have time to blend all that and keep to it. So if I was in England, I would have mint here, I would have cucumber, and I think I'm supposed to have something else, but then you can read blogs. You can read blogs that help you with detoxification, the fruits to combine to help you detoxify your system. Another reason you can do infusion is that, especially for people who are taking drugs, Now you know that taking a lot of water is one primary thing that helps your system. So you're taking a lot of medication. You know the liver is very delicate, and the liver does a lot of work already. So by taking a lot of water, it helps you to take out the toxins from the medications that you're taking. So this is just trying to help you increase your water intake, guys. Water is very important in your lives, and for someone who is working in hospital environment, I could go on and just bore you, but take your water. Make it fun, make it classy, make it nice. I think the only thing, or some of the fruits that you can't refuse, I don't think you can do banana. Don't do banana. Which other one you can do pineapple, you can do a lot of them. So increase your water intake. So for the gist that I'm going to give now, let me take some sips. Oh, it's so nice. It's like it's orange, obviously. It's like, see, you need to do infusion. It's very important. I'm sorry if I resume now, my skin will be better, you know. So let's go back to what we're talking about. Health. Working in the hospital, guys, has taught me the other side of life, that some people see it as mysterious. Some people see it, some people just say this people just they do too much. Guys, you need to take your health seriously. Yeah, that's the central message for this video that you are watching now. Yeah, it's the central message, and you don't even know which ones to leave and which ones to tell you. I wrote a blog about this. I don't know if I've posted it. One day I was talking with my friend, and then a doctor friend of his walked into the unit, and we're just talking randomly, and then he just gave us a brief story that happened in that same hospital. He's like, his friend's dad, a businessman, very wealthy and stuff. He doesn't have any health routine. He doesn't check his BP. Doesn't check anything. So he just feels like, because he's, he wasn't falling sick. Yeah, I think that was like, he wasn't falling sick, he wasn't feeling anything. So because of that, he just didn't check in with his health and stuff. But then one day he drove himself to the hospital. It really blows my mind how things happen in its whole column of an eye. He's like, the man drove himself to the hospital. I think obviously he has to start from emergency. It turns out that this man needs to be wheeled upstairs to new ward. They checked his BP. The BP was high. His BP was high. So in trying to control that, he has stroke. So it was like, how we watch movies and there's like a medical case, and the doctors are doing everything possible to bring the person back to life. The man's son, I think the doctor said, was also a medical doctor. Everything they tried in bringing this man back, it didn't work. It was like at that moment, all the things that had already started building up internally now came out to life, and it was just so overwhelming. And the health practitioners, trying to find a way to help this man, it didn't work. The man died. What happens to all his money? What happens to everything? What happens? At the end of the day, his money didn't save him. Because I'm sure if the option came that, okay, we'll put him on life support, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, he had the money. But in that split second, they tried. But that was the end of the man. The man died. And he had to move into the morgue. Now, even more closer, there was this particular man in the lab in the hospital. I didn't know him because I was new at that, like when he died. People even tried to describe him to me. I'm like, I'm not sure I know who you people are talking about. But they said he worked in the lab. So the things that I heard was after he had died, he was diabetic. And I feel like people who are diabetic, they have high BP, high blood pressure. So I think the man was working extra time. In fact, the week before he was hospitalized, they said he was just at work. He wasn't feeling fine at home. His wife was like, rest. He refused. He said he had work and he left. So going to work that evening was it. From then, his colleagues at the lab noticed he was really behaving somehow. They rushed him, they called doctors, they rushed him to the ward, and that was it. The man was, I think, was put on bed rest. But then being on bed rest, I think a couple of other things started happening to him. So he couldn't go home again. He couldn't go home. He was admitted. And then it happened on a particular day. I think it was on a Monday or so. I think it was on a Monday. Close to the amenity ward. That's where we stayed downstairs. But the amenity ward is upstairs. So amenity ward is for people who don't want to stay in the general ward. So they pay differently and they're put in the private side. We just heard someone screaming. The scream was so loud. And it happened that my colleague had just bought a snack to take. And then we heard it. She's like, did you hear that? I'm like, I think I did. And then the screaming continued. It continued. And then I raised my head and I look around and I noticed, because there's a section of the lab outside for sample collection. I noticed that they already closed their door and people were moving. And then the hospital was now becoming quiet, rowdy, kind of, in a way that people were like, what's going on? What's going on? Do you know the person? Do you know the person? Like, Shoti boy, what's going on? It turns out that the man was dead. The man died. I mean, you now ask, you work in the hospital, don't you know the importance of checking your health, catering for yourself? Like, is there no time for you, like, utilize your rest time? And if you feel off, why didn't you take care of yourself? I don't have an answer to that. But that man died. That was it. And for the first time, I watched them roll this man from upstairs down all the way to the morgue. It was a chilling experience for me. I saw my colleague, she was crying. She couldn't even eat her food. In fact, after they had wheeled the man to the morgue, we literally just closed. Because she couldn't continue work. And me, it was cold. It was cold for everybody, and I felt it. So why would you wake up feeling somehow and then you just wave it off? What my dad has done over the years. So growing up, anytime you complain of headache, if it's on a weekend, like say Friday, or you say on a Saturday, you'll be like, okay, let's see what happens. It's weekend. By Monday, after mass, I'll take you to the clinic. But if it's on a weekday and he comes back from work, and then you tell him in the evening, Daddy, I've been feeling like this for a few days now. The next one you are jappering to the hospital. And you know, most of the times that we complain of headache or stomach pain is either typhoid or malaria. So imagine we on our parts, we're just keeping quiet, not doing anything. I'm so person for that. So right now, if I have any pain here, I call my friend. See what's up. What should I do? Am I getting the medication? What's going on? Like, that is how sensitive I have become with my health. And I really don't know any other way to tell you other than say, you need to take your health seriously. Once you feel different, do not hesitate. Don't keep to yourself. You can watch it for a day or two. If it continues on the third day, you need to leave that place. You don't have to. You're experiencing something, you are keeping it to yourself until you're now in a vulnerable state where you need help of another person before you can even move worse, before you can ease yourself. No, you shouldn't wait that long, because if you start noticing something different, you start acting immediately, so that if something needs to be done as an emergency, they handle it at that beginning stage and prevent you from elapsing or going to the next stage. But when you keep to yourself and you're telling yourselves, oh, I'm going to be fine, it's just a little bit of headache, it's a normal thing, it will go, or God will heal me. See, God will heal you, but let me tell you one thing, even God himself wants you to take medication. Yes, God will heal you, but you have to start the healing with yourself. You are special, yes, but you're not more special than every other person. So once you are not feeling well, see a doctor. If you're self-medicating, make sure you've called somebody. Because you're having headache and your body is hot, might not be that you're having fever or you have malaria. It could be something else and it's giving you signal. Try and see someone. I need help in this area. Something is going on here. You don't wait and nurse it, and then when it's so bad, stand up. Especially when you're financially not very sufficient. That is the more reason why you should go earlier. So if there are things to be done, it's done at the early stage and you are free. As a woman, you're having pain here, it's been lingering for a while, something is growing, you're not doing anything about it, you're just maintaining it, and then you tell a few persons that tell you don't worry, to go. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to anybody. Go to the hospital, go and get yourself checked. I know I discussed with my dad. My dad is like, a lot of people don't have money, a lot of people are struggling to even eat. Yeah, I understood where he was coming from, but I just feel like some Nigerians have a very lackadaisical attitude towards their health, and it really bothers me, because the amount of things I see at the hospital, guys, is terrible. And I wish I could make videos every day. I don't know if you will get tired of me, but I wish I could make videos every day. People are going through things, and the state I see them is that this thing has already started, but then that mentality, they are not seeing it, or they are hoping it reduces before and it to go, and then eventually it doesn't go, and then they are now pushed to come to the hospital. And some of them, you see them, they don't even have family members bringing them. So you really need to help yourself once you have any issue. In fact, for the past 3 weeks, right, it was like it was a thing that was going on. I saw a lot of people coming in with swollen legs. I was afraid. And I knowing a friend who is in the medical field, that we talk a lot, we say a lot of things about health. So I'm learning. It's like I'm not even working with them. I learn a lot of things about health. So once someone's leg starts to swell, there's a problem. Yes, it's either something is wrong. So there's a way our systems, obviously, so there's a place where it moves water, it moves. There's a way the city. Let me come and start boring you. But basically, from what my friend has said, once there's a swelling in your leg and you've washed it for a day and it's not going down, that means your water retention, something is going on. So instead of the water going back into your system, it's now going to your legs. That's why the leg is swollen, or your legs are swollen. And sometimes, in most cases, it might be kidney issue. Now tell me how your legs will be swollen and then you keep quiet to the extent you cannot walk. That's when you now want to go to the hospital. And you now go to the hospital and they say, why didn't you come earlier? So for like 2 weeks, I kept seeing people with swollen legs. I said, what is going on? Please, I already said the central message of this video. You really need to take your health seriously. You see someone today, they are all good. The next morning, they are dead. What happened? The person had headache, the person did that. It's possible the person has been having it for a while and the person didn't take it seriously, and that was it. I really love what my dad does. Every month he has medical, like he has a medical routine. So every month he goes for checkup. And it's something I've really learned from him, and it's something I want to do. Yeah, he's an old man, but then he has kept this tradition even while he was still working. Now he's retired, he still maintains that, and it's something worth emulating. Now for a start, you should keep medical routines for these following things: your HIV status. Yes, when last did you do your HIV test? Do you even know your status right now? You need to find out. This is a sign for you to go and visit somebody to do your test. If you don't know where to go, don't worry yourself. Come to Wuse General Hospital. It's on 3. Ask for the heart-to-heart units and do your test. It's free of charge. You're not paying. You don't have to go through the hospital. Just walk through, ask for heart-to-heart, and they'll direct you and you do your test. You even get counseling. Yeah, you get counseling. So you need to keep a routine to check your HIV test, whether you're exposed or not. And when we're talking about exposure, guys, it's really funny that some people still feel like anyone that has HIV is through sex. A lady came one day, they ran the test for her. My friend is the head of unit there, so sometimes I'm privileged to be there, so I know a level of counseling method and techniques right now. So we asked her, are you aware of cases where people can get this? She said yes, through sex. I was like, no. I was like, yes. So my friend asked her, how do you explain this? Husband and wife. The husband is negative, but the wife is positive. This lady like immediately said she cheated, that's why she got it. I'm like, no. And the lady was very ignorant. She stood by her answer that if not by cheating, then there's no other way someone can get HIV. And we're like, no. My friend starts to counsel her about other ways that one can get infected. I don't think the young lady was interested. Guys, there are other ways that people get HIV aside sex. A woman who is still fixing, I really want to scream when I see women still using needle to do their hair. Even if you go with your own needle, see, please, you really need to subscribe to my podcast. I have all these things there. You need to know I am your messenger. I'm telling you. Now that I'm still in the hospital space, make use of the information I'm giving you. Please. Women, stop fixing your hair. Wig it. Yes. If the wig falls out in the public, it's okay. And so I'm wigging it because I'm saving myself. But then when you're still sewing, they enjoy. What if the person see? Please, women, stop it. And then people who are still giving a bookie, like it's so bad now that if I'm walking with my sister and then she sees somebody like these aboki people cutting nails and everything, she just turns and looks at me because I'm like, oh God, not another one. That thing is not safe. It's not safe. Stop giving them your nails to cut, please. Stop. Learn how to do it yourself. Another way you can get it, men, your clipper. If there's any man that is listening to me and you don't have your personal clipper, oh boy, Kekwanu, how far? What's going on? What's your excuse of not having your personal? Oh, you think that one in the barbing salon is very safe? Oh wait, because they told you they are burning it. Well, let me tell you something, my brother. That burning, it does not do anything. Rara, the virus can stay there up to 24 hours. They told you with the burning it to die a bit. Sorry. But then, according to my friend, if you must use the one at the barber's salon, make sure you have your hypo, and then before you leave your house, you use a cotton wool and 3 drops of hypo inside a small container of water, and then put your cotton bud there. So I'm guessing you can put it in a small, some restaurants sell sauces in those small container transparent thing, so you can put halfway there and then put 3 drops of hypo and then put your cotton bud. When you go to the salon, you give them to use and clean the blade before it's used on your hair. But my brother, let me ask you a question. How long do you want to be doing that? Would you even remember all the time? This is the more reason why you should get your clipper, your personal clipper. And another thing, my brothers, yes, he's your brother, the same mother. Nobody is disputing that, but please don't share. Parents with boys, don't share. But according to my friend, if you must share, you have to space out. Still use that hypo water and then cleaning thing to clean the blade, and then hold on at least 2 days interval before the other person uses. But then, to be on a really safe side, get your own personal clipper. Yeah, it's very important. And for you men, because you know some of the times you carve, so that carving, sometimes you're injured, especially when they spray what they spray. So imagine the person that's used that particular one is infected. It's blood. Once it touches the blood, it's gone. Once it goes into your bloodstream, that's it. You're infected. So this is the more reason why you need your personal clipper. Seriously, you need your personal clipper. Sharing sharp objects and stuff. So my friend explained all this to the lady. I felt like she just agreed, but then deep down, it didn't no enter. So you need to keep a routine with your HIV. Your HIV result is only valid for 3 months, at most 6 months. Especially if you're exposed, 3 months. If you're not exposed, but then you're exposed to other things, 6 months. So every 6 months after your last test, you should do a follow-up test. You keep a routine. You do blood test, fasting blood sugar. So very early in the morning, you go to the hospital. Tell them, if you're going to a government hospital, you have to go really early. So if you don't have a card, you do other card things. But then if you're going to do fasting sugar, you're not eating anything until your blood has been taken. If they require urine, fine. So that you check your blood volume, you check the I literally did that last month as well. PCV, blood level, all that. I did everything. So you need to keep, so that you know if you have too much sugar, if you have low sugar, your blood level. Like, you need to know these things so that you ask for advice. What can I do to boost my blood? What can I do to reduce if you're almost having like if you're having high sugar in your blood? Like, you need to do all that, so you'll be cancelled as well, guys. And secondly, if you don't know your hepatitis status, you also need to find out about that. It's very, very important. Very, very important. So I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that your health matters and you need to keep a healthy routine. Yes, you need to keep a healthy routine. We all want to live long, but you won't do that if you're not taking care of yourself. Okay? I want you to live long. Yeah. If you're going to die another way, let me know that it's health. Just keep a routine and find out if anything is wrong. The earlier the better, they say. So find out and stay on the bright side. So promise me you are going to, after listening, or why do I keep saying listening? After watching this video, that you're going to keep a healthy health routine lifestyle. It's very important. It's for your own benefit. But then before I go, one last thing. As much as we want to keep or live a healthy lifestyle, we really need to be careful also about the things we put into our body. You are what you eat. If anybody is going to argue against that, when they are done, tell them thank you and walk away. You are what you eat, and also what you apply on your body. So whatever that is entering your throat and whatever you're putting on your body matters. So be careful. Bye guys. I hope I've been able to entertain you a little bit. Bye.